Hey, beautiful Libra. Sorry about that. I got cut off when I was doing your video. So I have all your cards laid out here. What I started out by saying, Libra, was that I'm going into your past life. I'm going into your current life and how things may have carried over from a past life into this life. So I'm not going to disturb these cards the way that they came out. I'm just going to move them so you can see them. So it seems as if a beautiful dream is here. You already have everything with you. Okay, this could be a conscious connection you had with someone. Like, just restore and replenish. Somebody may have made you feel like a sacred fool. But then when I asked what was your past, it seems as if you may have formed a conscious connection with someone from a past life. In this lifetime, you go back as far as the Egyptian, Roman, Greco-Roman era, back to biblical days, even for some of you. Okay, so a lot of you could have been imprisoned or enslaved, and there is forgiveness here. You could have a lot of past memories from a past lifetime. Now, I think that people were afraid of your beliefs. I think that people were afraid of who you were. You may have fallen under, like, persecution and inquisition, for that matter, imprisonment or slavery. There is so much forgiveness here that you have had to come by. Like, you're in the world, you're not of the world. You've seen a lot of upheavals in the world, and I'm thinking, like, now I will get into this. You actually could have been a starseed or a healer from a past life. Maybe you were spiritual. Maybe people may have accused you of doing spell work but I think that people feared who you were. I think that people feared what you represented, or feared your wisdom or your knowledge. That's what I'm thinking. Now, they may have been spying on you, okay? And maybe a group of people had been spying on you from afar, plotting and scheming against you. Maybe they reported you for doing some kind of spiritual work or healing work. Maybe you was then enslaved or tortured. Just saying. I think people feared you, so they may have imprisoned you to control you. You may have passed very suddenly or gone through some kind of sudden unaliving. Okay? I think people were plotting against you. Some of you yeah. That's what I'm thinking. So no doubt in this lifetime, you may have a lot of remnants of those persecutions from a past life. Like, you're in the world, but you're not of the world. Like, You could be a spiritual healer or a believer in spirituality as for healing purposes and stuff like this. And maybe you were speaking this, and maybe they thought you were part of a group or some sort of... It could have been a coven. Or that's what they judged you with, or attached to you somehow. Oh boy, it seems to be how someone's passed. That was judgment. You know what I mean? Someone passed judgment upon you somehow. I think they were afraid. I think that there was some kind of attack here upon you. I do. I think you were attacked. I think that in a past lifetime is carrying on to this lifetime to bring around some sort of forgiveness. Maybe you were judged. Maybe you still are. But it's like something's got to be completed here. To bring in some sort of justice and balance. Okay, so... I think you were imprisoned. Many of you were enslaved or imprisoned. Maybe your whole family. Maybe you were accused of doing black magic or accused of something here. Whoa. Some kind of karma. Some kind of justice. And maybe you're here to get justice in this life, or this is karmic justice for something. Maybe you were actually a chosen one. And maybe it's carried over from a past life into this life. If they feared you in a past life, maybe they fear you in this life. Like... forgiveness. Lord have mercy. How weird is this? How very weird is this? Now this could be phobias. You could be having a lot of nightmares. You could be having a lot of dreams, or someone is actually being haunted by what they did from their past life. Like if someone did that to you in a past life, it's almost like in this life it's been haunting them what they did. Maybe they believed you were haunting them. I don't know. This could be that someone is being haunted. This is their conscience. Maybe they want your forgiveness. Maybe they're praying you will forgive them. Hmm. Whoa. Oh my. I think you were accused and I think you were blamed. There's some kind of battle. I think that's why in this lifetime it's like many of you are being blessed in this lifetime for what happened to you in a past lifetime. I think that this person you have crossed paths with, I think they have a guilty conscience. Someone in this lifetime that you were with, in a relationship with, was actually could have been your persecutor in a past life. And in this life, they were supposed to make amends to you. And in this life, they were supposed to ask your forgiveness. Excuse me. Whoa. I think people were making money off of you. That's what I think. I think that this could have been, I don't know. I think someone should beg for forgiveness or mercy here. Maybe they made you beg for mercy in a past life. Maybe they made you beg for mercy. I don't know. But yeah, maybe they thought you were a witch. Or that's what you were accused of being. In actual sense, you were a gift to humanity. In actual sense, you were a healer of some type. And I think they feared you. I think that they feared your intelligence. I think that they feared your wisdom. And I think that that's what I think. I think in some sense that you were healing the sick here. That's what I think. I think that you were very I think they feared your power. I think that they feared your gifts. I think people feared your intelligence. Like, how do you know this stuff? Or how are you healing? You have to be some sort of witch or something like that. I think that many of you could have been like the stake, trees. I can't say it, but you know what I'm saying. Maybe you tried to escape. Maybe you tried to run. Maybe you tried to flee. And you know something? I think in this lifetime, they have an opportunity to make amends with you. I think in this lifetime, someone has the opportunity to make amends and make up for what they did to you in a last lifetime. Maybe these were noblemen. You know, maybe these people were very wealthy and noble and I don't know. But I can tell you, your past life is influencing this life. We don't know who we were in a past life. We don't know what we were or how we treated people, but someone on this plane you have crossed paths with is from your past life. And they had an opportunity to make amends for their wrongdoings, whatever they did. And I don't think that they've done it. This is freedom. And it could be that in this lifetime you are being set free of these things, or you're healing these things that happened to you in a past life. And someone was supposed to make amends with you in this lifetime for what they did to you in a last lifetime. Like, maybe this is inheritance. You know, some of the very people who, I want to say, some of the very people who, this is weird how history repeats itself. It's like some of the people in a last life may have tried to, like, do some really nasty stuff to you that you didn't deserve. And so not only in this lifetime are we supposed to, like, forgive those things and heal those things, but I think you're crossing paths with people who were the guilty parties from a last life. You know, when we come across these karmic energies, when we come across these things, it is about a lesson. It's about a lesson. You know, when we cross paths with certain people, it is like for a season, a reason, or a lifetime. I think you're crossing paths with people in this lifetime from a past lifetime so that they are given the opportunity to make amends for what they did in a last life. And it'd be very wise of them to take this, okay? And it's about forgiveness, forgiving the things and healing from those past wounds. It's telling you to dream a beautiful dream. And move on. Oh my God. Do what is right. I think there's a bunch of accusations that were made against you. I think you've seen a lot of upheaval. And I think that someone was supposed to make things right with you in this lifetime. In this lifetime, you're getting karmic justice. In this lifetime, you're supposed to be receiving karmic justice for what happened. That's what it's saying, Libra. Take care.